Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Rogue Legacy. I'm going to address real quick the audio problems that I've been having in some of my episodes. I'm not sure why, but about 30 seconds into episodes, just the general sound quality starts degrading a little bit. I'm trying to do different things, I'm experimenting. I've done about a few videos just right before this where I've just recorded real fast and played it back and tried to make adjustments in order to improve it. I'm not sure if that's going to actually have an effect here, but it seemed to be a little bit better than before, so I figured I'd give it a shot. The only problem is that if I record something, I'm trying to keep this continuous for you guys, contiguous. If you were to watch it straight from start to finish on the playlist, it would basically be every single life that I ever played. I haven't done anything off camera for this run, so hopefully the audio will be getting better. I'm planning on getting a new mic or something like that to help if things get worse or if they don't improve. So as a quick recap, I can hit X here and I can get our playing card. We got a trading card for our current generation. Sir Grey, if you remember, I picked a Paladin. His special is Guardian's Shield. So if you look at all this, gives some pretty basic information. Don't have any extra equipment, but I do have my runes, which is going to be really nice. If you remember, I am bald. It's got a fun little thing that I can show you guys, but as you can see, we're down at 100 gold. I can't actually spend this. As you remember from the trading card, it said I did 27 damage on an attack, and that's what I'm getting. I've got dashes, double jump. So yeah, let's get this thing started. By the way, this Sharon guy, in general mythology, he is the boat keeper, the person who ferries souls to the world of the dead. So, kind of a fun little metaphor here. But as you can see, it says balding instead of building. As far as I can tell, there's no other reason for it to say, there's no other reason for bald. Oh wow. So now I have to remember that I can press Y. Gotcha. I did take a good chunk of damage there, which is unfortunate. I went back out of the room right there to reset the timer because he was going to throw a bone and I didn't want to have to worry about it. So this is where the extra mobility gets really useful. Except for when that happens. But basically, it's easier to get over that gap. I don't have to worry as much about jumping up into the spikes. Unfortunately, I am already at half health. I don't like this room. I have another option that I'm going to take. Luckily, I'm two-shotting these mages. Nice, I can one-shot the eye. I've got some good damage right now, so I'm definitely happy about that. Paladins don't have the highest damage, but they're definitely good. So I'll take them out. Okay, I wasn't sure if that was actually going to hit me, so I guarded just in case. A lot of the times if oh, darn, that was bad. Yay, HP recovery. Most of the time if stuff looks like it's going to go right above your head, it's still going to go through you. It's going to go above your head, but it will like physically look like it's going through you. It can be a risky proposition. So despite the fact that my head is the only thing that passed through the spikes there, it still detected them, and this is a fake painting. It's really important to recognize the fake paintings because they will do a lot of damage to you if you don't. You just can't predict where they're going to show up. If you can't see the wobble, if you can't see any of the signs that it's fake, you're gonna walk through them day and night. You can also just take the approach, like if you really just can't see them, you're trying to practice seeing them, it's good to just slowly approach them, see if you can actually get a sign out of them. If not, it's always worth taking a swing at one if you're not 100% sure. Yeah, this one's fake. It's always worth taking a swing at them if you're not 100% sure. In fact, I will probably just end up reflexively doing it. But we're up to 230 gold. Definitely would like to break 1,000 this run. Ah, something new that I get to explain. So, this is a statue that I can pray to. If I pray, I will get an item. Sharon's Obol. Nice. This is good. This is very good. So what this does is unless I pray to another statue and get another item, I will actually keep this one. This specific one is different. Oh, dang it. Sharon's Obol. If you remember, Sharon is the guy outside the gate, the farrier to the underworld. If I have this Obol next time I meet him, which will be very soon. Oh yes, blueprint, first blueprint. But if I have this the next time that I have to enter the castle, then I will be able, that's right, be able, to just, oh boy, I hit up, I didn't mean to hit up. This is the first boss, I'm going to get destroyed. Yeah. I was not ready for that. I just wanted to jump. I didn't want to go in. But you'll get to see. So, let's choose another air here. Against the first... Gigantism. Against the first boss, I really like barbarians. And I'm going... Oh, gosh. Oh, this is going to be interesting. We'll pick this one. So you'll notice I have 440 gold, which isn't terrible. In fact, I'm going to see if I can buy that blood cape. I cannot. It'll lower my health, but I get vampirism, which basically means that I will, for every vampirism you have, you'll get a point. So normally you go, Omni, why are you about to just go waste all 440 money? Exactly. Oh ho ho, so you have my Ubul. He says Ubul? I thought it said Obul. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I have dyslexia. So, it's not really an important thing. It's not really going to do much to me unless I find, if I do find a journal, it'll be messed up. But it's one of those fun little things that they've done that I find really entertaining. It's just a really, really small detail, kind of funny thing they put into the game. You have my Obol. I will let you pass for free, but only this one time. So I don't have to pay him any of my money. With the Obol, you can build up a lot of money. So some stuff gets really, really expensive, and even once you've gotten a lot of stats, it can be really challenging to get enough money for it in one go. That was close. So the Obol, if you get it, can be a really good boon. Sweet. This is just a permanent stat. HP up by 5. Sometimes you find them in chests like that. Not as common as other stuff. Yeah, I saw that you were fake. But, still nice. It's a really nice way to build up gold over the course of 2 runs. So if you remember, one of the things that I can't do is I can't see in 3D. That's one of my other stats here. If you notice, everything kind of looks like Paper Mario. I don't know how I managed to juke all that as effectively as I did. When everything turns, it's got that whole paper thing, so I can't see in 3D. It's another one of those silly little, you know, things I'm sure somebody went, hey, we could add this into the game, and someone's like, sure, it sounds like fun. Okay, so this is risky. This could be a mini-boss. I think I would have set him off by now. Yeah, okay, good. So, Q, development time 1 month. Release date March 18th, 2010. I'm going to see if I can actually read this. Our 4th project after... Oh, I don't know. Something. We took a few months off from making games and just... Oh, jeez. And just something on our full-time jobs. Oh, and just focused on our full-time jobs. We got angsty again, so we decided to make a puzzle game. At this point, most of the original founders of Cellar Door Games left to pursue other opportunities, and the unwanted remnants are what compose the company today. Unwanted? I don't think that says unwanted. Yeah, maybe it does. The game used a queuing combo mechanism to force players to think about how the tiles would fall in order to build massive combos. We made it free, but nobody picked it up either. After the failures of Band of Bears and that other game and Q, we prepped ourselves to pack it in and close the company. So a few of these pictures show up in our mini, and there's a mini boss, but a few of them kind of tell the story of the company. It's kind of cool that they added it in. So I've got to dodge the. Okay, good. It's always better to be safe, especially when you've got a limited health pool. Dang. Takes 3 hits to kill the mages. I have to remember that. That's gonna be trouble later. Gotcha. Okay. Fake. Both are fake. If you can keep an eye on these guys, it's really useful. Oh geez, he's still active. Yeah, as you can see, he's back to full health even though I hit him a few times. It was better for me to leave that room and have to deal with him again than take damage. Well. That's one of the other cool things you can do with dash, is you can like swing and hit it at the same time. It's really good for taking care of bosses that you don't actually want to be standing next to but don't have any other way of hitting. So that iron trimmed chest is something good, and it's probably worth taking this hit, but I might be able to get through. It just takes all timing. I have no idea if that was terrible sounding and way too loud, that few whistle. Oh, and we get HP, so even if I make this through, I kind of will gain up net positive. Nice. So, without dash, I don't think I could possibly get through that, or it would be really close. I think I might have done it in the past once. Alright, so here's a teleporter, some HP. I haven't really used any of my mana, but it's good to get into a habit of not breaking the statues that you don't need. So I don't really need health or mana right now, because this is probably the forest. Yeah, let's not mess with that. I definitely don't have the damage. Dash is just way too useful. I really should have invested in it early. I forgot that it was unlocked from the start. So, I haven't talked about the spell that I have. Well, I haven't shown it. I've talked about it in the past when selecting characters. But basically what this does is it lobs an axe. Sure, I'll use it, why not? It lobs an axe, and it just does damage to everything it passes through. It does pass through walls. So, in that one room, a few episodes ago, maybe an episode or two ago, where I found the fairy chest that said kill all enemies in this room, and it was an enemy that I couldn't physically get to, that would be one of the spells that I could use to get that enemy. Also, you'll notice right next to me here, there's this little gray bit in the floor. It's just a little bit darker than everything else. That is a space that a dwarf can get through. So a dwarf would be able to just bypass this part right here by going under. There's also one up here. Oh, I guess this is one that I managed to cheat my way into. I guess I wouldn't expect that one to be possible. I couldn't get out the other side. So let's look at our map here. Let's see. Well, we might as well explore this. This is probably connected to the other entrance. I still don't think I can take the boss, but I'm not going to do as well in the forest. The forest will probably just straight murder me. Is that a fake painting? I really think it is. No, it wasn't. Alright, well, you can just sit there and think about what you've done. Yeah, so these fireballs won't actually hit me, which is nice. This game can turn into a bullet hell really fast if you don't manage the enemies on your screen. See, just eventually there are also mimics, which for those of you who aren't as familiar with games that tend to have a lot of chests, mimics are just creatures that look like chests, and when you go to open them, attack you. There aren't in this part of the level just yet, so you don't have to be quite as paranoid about it. But in the later levels, and by levels I mean sections of the castle, they do show up. So I don't use this move very often, the downward attack, mostly because it's very, very important that you time it properly. You can hurt yourself really bad if you don't time it right. I'm lucky that picture wasn't fake. Yeah, as I thought, this does connect back up, and it doesn't have anything leading out of it. This might lead down below. Oh, we've got a journal. I'm gonna get to read a journal while dyslexic. That being said, it is kind of fun to try and figure it out. Journal entry number 2. Although I am the eldest child, I am not my father's favorite. I have always known he planned to leave me with nothing. But if I find the cure, everything will change. If you remember, the king has been attacked and sent out his family, his sons, and maybe a daughter. I don't remember if it said sisters in the first entry, but I believe it did. The victor will earn nothing less than the throne upon his passing. Upon my ascension, my wife and children shall move back into the royal quarters, back to the royal city, where we once again will be treated with the respect we deserve. No longer will we stand for the gossip and petty slander of my cousins. The other dukes shall bow as we pass, but I am getting ahead of myself. I must keep my priorities clear. Conquer the castle, find the cure, collect my reward. Now, I wasted 1 HP by picking that up, so I'm not too concerned. Oh boy. Yeah, so... Oh, wow, I didn't even notice that. The names of the areas are also messed up. It's fantastic. Like, I've played this game before, and I've played through this entire game, and I've had dyslexia before, and I still just didn't notice that. Oh, that's right. I'm gonna have to be careful here, because I don't know what his ice is gonna go through, and I am lucky I didn't get hit there. Ah, yes. No. Ah, Night Helm. So sometimes normal chests also have blueprints, but most of the time they just have money. So I'm going to wait on the boss, and it's a shame that I did because I just took some pretty serious damage. Luckily these guys only take 2 hits. But I'm up to 1700 gold. I didn't even notice that until now. I've been making like a thief. Ah, here we go. A take no damage room. I'm tempted to get that. I'm really tempted to go for this because I know how to do this room. So I made it to the chest without taking damage, so I get the rune. that was intense. I definitely thought I was going to get hit right there. Unfortunately, I still have to make it back. See, and there I go, doing that whistling thing again. I don't know how it sounds on video because I haven't done it before, and it probably sounds absolutely terrible. So those were the platform things that I was discussing earlier. I don't know what's down there. hoping that that statue has health. Nope. So, I don't know what's down there. So I'm going to use these platforms. Good, he used his attack in the wrong direction. One of the things that I really like to do with these is use my double jump to center myself on it, because even if you miss by just a little bit... Okay, I lied. It's not that sensitive, but if you time it wrong, if you miss it by just a little bit, you can take some damage that you really don't want to take. Nice. I really prefer the, lunge forward, attack, jump back strategy. It minimizes your risk. If you just want to stick your head in there, you're probably going to take some damage. It's just kind of an inherent... darn it. It's just kind of inherent in this style of game, and now that I've started talking about not taking damage, I'm just starting to take it all over the place. So I know I can... Darn it. I knew that I could get, if I could get onto that ledge... I knew if I could get onto that ledge, that I would be okay, and that the, See, now I'm not going to remember its name. The thing that shoots the fire in the 4 directions, that guy, wouldn't actually be able to hit me. Unfortunately... Yeah, if I got right there, he couldn't hit me. Yes, another blueprint. So blueprints are definitely good. It would be nice to get money. Definitely nice to get money. But it's kind of a double-edged sword. I need the blueprints if I want to get the good items. You basically have to unlock an entire tier of items before you start getting the next tier. There are some exceptions. If you move into the next area, you'll start finding newer blueprints, but it's not necessarily going to happen like that. Thank you for just walking straight into my sword, basically. Sometimes those die. I still am not entirely convinced why. Yeah, so that's fake. At this point, I'm doing the thing that you're kind of not supposed to do in roguelikes, which is take more time than is absolutely necessary. And that's kind of the risk of this castle in general. Oh gosh, I'm going to have bones raining down on me. The danger to this castle is that the longer you go, the more rooms you check out, the more damage you're likely to take. It's kind of the true of any roguelike. I'm hoping to find health, and I have to, and of course I take damage, I have to find more health than I take in damage looking for said health. Let's see, I do have one more place to explore. Oh joy. Yep, and that was me not thinking. So, it's one of the... I have enough money that I don't want to risk that. So, I have 2 options at this point. If we look at my map, I have exhausted all of the rooms that are this, darkish blue. As you can see, there's the red one that I explored down there, and the green one off to the right. Above that teleporter, I guarantee is going to be the next room. Or the I forget what it's called. The Maya. Yes, it's going to be the Maya. That's the 3rd level. Yeah, so you can see castle is in the center, towers up top, forest to the right, dungeon to the left. They're marked with the number of dots that are the actual difficulty level. I'm actually going to teleport over to this one because I think I left a statue there. I thought I left a health statue. No, then maybe it was this one. I thought I left a statue somewhere. Yes, I did. I left it here. It's 18 HP. I am seriously debating. That worked out really well for me. Yeah, I was debating entering the forest and actually, trying to kill something. But it's only going to end badly for me, I'm pretty confident. I don't have the levels, I don't have the damage or the upgrades. I'm probably just going to die to the boss. I'm just running to the teleporter up here because I'm silly. I'm verifying that this is in fact the Maya. Who knows what's going to come out of the fog for me. So the boss also has a teleporter in front of it. I'm sure you saw it, but I wanted to clarify. Basically, I'm just going to pile as much damage as I can into this thing. We'll see what I can do. Come on. So what I really want him to be doing is his spiral attack, because that's significantly easier to dodge because it's predictable. Yeah. One more hit and I'm going to die. Unfortunately, any other place... Well, this might actually work. My normal strategy has been I've had enough damage to just sit here and beat him down. But here, I could actually dodge the tears. I'm out of mana at this point, so I can't cast anything else. I'm just going to have to try and whittle him down. Spiral back the other way. Darn! I did try and jump there, but my foot got caught. I did some good damage to him. If you look at all the enemies I cleared, it's pretty sure that's more than I've gotten in the past. So I will probably call this as the last run. It only did 2, but I lasted a decent bit in each. I'm going to buy up some items, but Sir Lancelot served me well. So, now I will choose my heir for next. We've got Sir Jarvan, Lady Sonia, and Lady Jenny. Another stereo-blind person with Conflux. That's not bad. I like the Knave, but without... Oh, his Quantum Translocator. That's a fun spell you don't see very often. Flame Barrier is interesting, but not particularly useful in a lot of situations because it forces you to have your head up in the middle of everything, though it could be very good against the boss. Basically, it just encircles you with flames. It lasts as long as your mana does. The spell usage, button B, is just a toggle. It toggles it on and off. This one's just different. Basically, you just get to drop a shadow somewhere and then teleport back to it. I don't really know its limitations because I don't use it very often because it doesn't show up nearly enough. I do get to cycle spells as Lady Sonia, so I'm going to give this one a shot. And let's do some purchasing here. I know what I want to get to. Let's unlock the miner. I think this is going to unlock what I want it to. And yes, it does. Trained more in the art of making money than killing enemies, miners are best used for scouring the castle for treasure chests and avoiding confrontation. So this is basically the first upgrade, or sorry, the first unlock of a class. These have just been upgrades, the Knight and Mage. So basically now every single time I die and select a new generation, I will have the chance of rolling a miner as one of my heirs. But more importantly, I got the gold gain, which I can actually afford. Basically, this just increases all gold I get by 10%. Every coin that used to be worth 10 is now worth 11, effectively. Yeah, it takes a good long time to earn itself back, but what it really helps is, although it costs a lot and you have to get a lot of money into it, in order, I mean, I'm going to have to get 3,000 gold in basically a single run next time, unless I get the Obol. But 3,000 gold in a single run is a lot, but it means that I can collect more gold more consistently. Instead of having huge spikes of, you know, hey, I brought back 5,000 gold, so I'm going to buy everything. By increasing the gold that you pick up in general, a 10% increase on gold could mean a bad run actually gets you something, rather than you have to just give it all back to Sharon. Sharon. I'm gonna have to look up how that's pronounced because Sharon just sounds a little silly. Mostly because it's not intimidating. Anyway, I did buy that, so I have 800 gold. I do remember that 500 is how much it costs to get that vampirism cape. I did also get the Knight Sword is It's some good extra damage. 11 damage. It's almost doubling my base damage here. Granted, I am an Archmage, so I'm not going to do much damage in general, but increase my health and mana. That, you know what? I think I'm going to have to go with this. I think 250, 375. It's really important to do the math. So that puts me at 625. That'll leave me with not enough. It'll leave me with 205, which I don't think will buy me anything, but honestly, I think it'll be worth it. Yeah, I can't afford anything else. Oh, I can. That increases my magic damage, which could be useful on this character. Before I could do anything too crazy, actually, what rune did I unlock? I got a balance rune. Oh, this is, I should do this. I should get this when I can afford it. Basically, a balance rune gives you 1 vampirism and 1. I forget what the stat is actually called. I know vampirism is what it's called for HP. I don't remember what the magic power one is. But basically, if you kill an enemy, you get 1 HP and 1 magic power back. So going and exploring the castle can be a much safer venture. Like a much safer venture. So when I was going through the castle hoping to find drumsticks to heal myself, I was also risking taking a lot of damage. This mitigates that risk a decent bit because every enemy that you find is another health. So if you kill 18 enemies and don't find a drumstick, but you get 18 health back, you know, it's effectively worth it, assuming that you're not getting hit all the time, which of course I will be. So balance rune, very nice. I guess that's the only rune I got. Unfortunately, doing this would remove my vault rune, so I wouldn't have double jump. But if you notice, I don't use it all that much. Let's see what I can get in here with 200. I could increase my mana, but honestly, I think that's it. That is all I can afford. So I'm actually going to get the greaves. Or I suppose they're limbs. Okay, I see. It is in fact a boot and an arm. I always just imagine those as being a pair of boots. But this leaves me with 5 gold. That's the most efficient thing I can leave myself with. Sure, it'll give me some magic damage. I'm actually curious what my... So, I have spell cycle, but I still am limited to 3 spells. Also, using spells in here doesn't actually use your mana. So these are my bouncy things. Yeah, when they hit me is when they disappear. Otherwise they would bounce forever. But I can also do fun stuff like just bounce a crap ton of these everywhere. Then there's the axe. You've seen this one. The last one is one that you haven't seen. Now, normally I would be losing mana. Every second that this was active, I'd be losing mana. But as you can see, it does some really nice damage. So if I just were to basically keep this running while I'm dodging the blood tears from the boss, I will probably take him down to half health with this mana pool, assuming that I'm still full mana. That being said, in any other situation, getting these to hit something is really hard to do. Anyway, I will call the episode here. Hopefully the audio problems are no longer an issue. Oh look, Santa Claus. Hi Santa. I even see Rudolph's nose. But yeah, hopefully the sound issues won't be nearly as bad. I've moved the microphone away from my mouth and all sorts of other stuff to try and get this to work. But I guess we'll wait and see until I upload this. So hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you learned. And I will see you next time. Oh, and don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe if you like what you see. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what else you'd like to learn about if I haven't mentioned something. Or, you know, just feedback in general. I appreciate whatever you put down there. Even the trolls. Anyway, I will see you guys next time.